What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti here in now a little less than sunny Miami Beach. And I am here eating Built Bars. Now, you've seen me mention Built Bars in the past. They're today's video sponsor. And you've seen me now in the last week eat these in New York, LA, and now Miami. And I do actually eat these. I travel with these because they're delicious. They're a great snack. It's a meal replacement. These things have come in so clutch for me because I have them in my bag. I can eat them when I forget to have breakfast. I'm sitting in the other day. I was at the tile shop picking up tiles, starving, had one of these. I was good until lunch. It's just a great quality product. They've got so many good flavors. They got 18 different flavors. You can get a box like this, which is a mix box, and try out, see what you like. I personally like the orange ones, orange and raspberry. They're my favorite too. Give them a shot. They're really good. Most protein bars we're used to sucking. They don't taste good, but these ones aren't going to steer you wrong. Matt Farah and I both swear by them, and I think you'll enjoy them too, so give them a shot. All right, now that I got my energy, let's talk about today's video, which is about the SSC Tuatara, which you guys remember. The Tuatara was embroiled in controversy after claiming to break the production car speed record by Guinness standards by beating the Koenigsegg, not even beating the Koenigsegg, grabbing the Koenigsegg by the back of the head and smacking it around. Claimed they did 315 miles an hour by averaging both passes, going one direction to the other direction in Nevada on Highway 160. Well, that was embroiled with controversy because I don't think they did it. My personal opinion and the evidence that was presented supported that they probably didn't do that. They decided they're going to come out and do it again. Jared Shelby didn't say that they didn't do it, but they did say that they're going to go out and do it again. They went down to the Johnny Boehmer Proving Grounds, which is NASA, right? It's Kennedy Space Center in Orlando, not outside of Orlando, Titusville, Florida, which is east of Orlando. It's 2.3 mile runway where they do, I don't know, they land space shuttles. It's big. It's perfect. Perfect for going fast. John Hennessy was out there with the Venom. That's where he did his land speed record. Not the longest stretch of the road, not like Highway 160 where they shut down 5 miles of road, but it is enough to get a car going quite quick. And in this case, they went fast enough to beat the Koenigsegg by a couple of miles an hour. I think they averaged 282 miles an hour, which would be about 4 miles an hour faster than the Koenigsegg. Much more believable, and if they did it the first time and this was the speed, it would have been probably much less controversy. It's very believable. What the problem was the first time, it was just so much of essentially an ass whooping on the existing records that it was sort of tough to believe and you needed to have it validated. They went down to the proving grounds once with Robert Mitchell, who is from Apex at the Nürburgring, and he was one of the guys who called out that this wasn't a valid record early on. And they said, all right, and this is cool. They brought out the guy who doubted them, and they had him witness. And the first time they went to the proving grounds there, the car didn't do it. It didn't make the speed it needed to make. I don't think they released the actual data, but it didn't beat the Koenigsegg. The car had some issues. They then went again, I don't know, a month and a half later, and they went down and they did 286 in one direction, 279 in the other direction, spaced out by 50 minutes, 5-0. And apparently we have a new world record. And you can look at Guinness standards for a world record is you have to do the speed in both directions to offset if there's a grade. So if you're going downhill, you're obviously going to go faster than if you go uphill, or if there's a breeze behind you, whatever the situation may be. Now, Bugatti claims to have done over 300. I think it's 301 or something like that. But that was at their own track, their own facility, only in one direction with no, it doesn't qualify to be the Guinness record holder for the land speed record for production cars on the street. So that being said, SSC did do it this time. I spoke with Misha over at Apex, and he confirmed Robert was there, and that the speeds that are being claimed now are accurate. They were recorded on, I think, Garmin or whatever devices they used. They had multiple devices, and this is a legitimate record. They did beat the Koenigsegg by 4 miles an hour. You'd hope it'd be faster. The problem you're running into here is that we had this expectation that they were going to do 315, and they missed that. Now, even though they beat Koenigsegg now, I think that wasn't the goal anymore. The goal is for them to validate that first run, or at least admit that the first run was flawed and that data was incorrect. because they stood behind that data. And I think the redemption for SSC, if they choose to push this any further, would be to go back to Nevada and do that 315. I don't think anyone cares that they beat Koenigsegg by 4. And that would have been great initially, but now I want to see that what you told me and you swore by essentially up front, that it's legit. And I want to see that that car can do 330 miles an hour and do an average of 315, or at least something in the ballpark. All right, we did 308 this time, because at least that's believable. It doesn't pretend like we were all treated like idiots and that we were just going to believe anything that was thrown at us. So regardless of all that, it's still a feat. There's a bunch of horsepower in this car. It did operate as described. It did beat the Koenigsegg record, which is by no stretch of the imagination a small feat, because Koenigsegg makes an amazing car. Whether Koenigsegg wants to go back out there, Bugatti, or whoever else, the McLaren Speedtail, wants to go out there and try to one-up this record, we'll see. I think 300 will be achievable by somebody. I don't know who. We'll see who's going to enter this game, how long SSC is going to hold the title. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below as to this record, what your thoughts on it, if it's sort of soured right now because it's gone on for so long and because it took them so long to go rerun it and do something that's, yes, faster than Koenigsegg, but honestly, not anywhere near what was originally stated. So we've been following this from the beginning. I wanted to keep you guys in the loop as to where it stands, where the record is, and what we're looking at now. But congratulations to Jared Shelby and the team over there. It is no small feat to do this, and you guys are currently holding the record for the fastest production car, and that is something to be applauded. And don't give us a hard time for giving you a hard time, but you did make some big claims. I'd love to see you guys go back out there and try to hit that 315 number. If you guys are interested in doing that, by all means. I don't think it's going to be at the proving grounds because that's only 2.3 miles. You got to get out there and do it in Nevada. So I'm happy to watch. I'm looking forward to it. I'm rooting for it, and I hope it happens. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.